Like many children in his early formative years, Trevor Mingoia had to be coaxed into performing a task he'd prefer not to. Turns out his assignment from his family would provide a start to his new love, hockey.
My earliest memories are playing at Thomas Creek Ice Arena, about 2 minutes away from my house. I'd go there with my brother and his dad and my dad. And his dad would bribe me with 25-cent coins to go play video games for every lap that I took. And I absolutely hated hockey at the beginning, but obviously I've grown a very deep love for it since then. But you know, those early memories are being bribed to go play video games for every lap that I took, so it was a win-win situation.
Well, talk to me a little bit about where you're from, right outside of Rochester. What was the hockey culture like growing up there?
Hockey culture is great in Fairport. The Fairport High School team was something that I always looked up to and always wanted to be a part of and play for, considering my older brother played. And my best friend that was a year older than me was on the team the year before I tried out. So when I finally got there, it was such a great experience to have, being able to play in front of your school, your town that you grew up playing in front of. And you know, I've got so many friends still from there just from playing hockey. And every time I go back, I'm open with everybody there, and it's a beautiful thing.
Winning the ultimate title of champion in your sport is pure delight alone. But it was an even bigger accomplishment for Mingoia, the junior from Fairport, New York, who started his college career at Union before transferring, watched his former team win the NCAA title just after he left.
Yeah, so Coach Lehman initially recruited me from Berkshire to come to Union. And the year I went into Union as a freshman, he ended up going to Providence here. And as my time went on at Union, I found myself a little bit out of position there. So my first semester of sophomore year, I decided to leave and go play in the USHL for the Tri-City Storm. About halfway through the season, I got a call from Coach Lehman, and it was a very surreal feeling just to think that I was going to be recruited again by the coach that initially got me into college hockey. So I didn't want to pass up on that chance, and I couldn't be more thankful for that opportunity to be here.
What is it in you that you think he saw that wanted you here at PC?
I think possibly, my drive to always get better and help make the people around me better. I consider myself a good teammate and somebody who's always open to suggestions from whether it's my teammates or coaches. And I like to be a coachable player. I like to find new approaches to the game and how I can get better at different aspects. So I think he saw that in me. Just from his suggestions, even when I was a recruit of his, he would tell me something after he saw me play, and I'd go out and try and do that in my next game. And I think that's something he wanted to bring here, and along with just being able to put up some points and play good, strong defensive hockey. I think that's a couple of good reasons why.
Well, your head coach, Nate Lehman, he's done a tremendous job of building up this program. You've been here kind of since the conception of it. What do you think the greatest attribute that he's brought to your compete?
He preaches compete. He preaches winning and just being a good person on and off the ice. And he brings in great character guys, and that's what you need to build a championship team. And I couldn't be closer with a group of guys that I am. Since I've been here, every single year he's bringing in new players that mesh well immediately with the team, and they're high-level guys as well. So it just contributes to not only himself as a coach, but the assistants on our team too that bring in just great recruiting classes, and it bodes well to the program of this school and the future of it as well.
Well, we're sitting here in Schneider Arena right now. I see the national championship banner. There's memories all over this arena from that day. How difficult was it going into this season to still feel excited about the national championship that you just played for, but realizing that you needed to move forward and that it wasn't so much of looking back, but moving forward into the season?
Yeah, once you reach the pinnacle in your sport at that level, it's hard to move on, I guess you could say. But I'd say 3-4 days after we had won the national championship last year, everybody was like, I want to get back. I want to get back at it. I want to win it again. I can't even imagine the feeling it would be like to win a second time around. that's driving us. It really helped us to put last year's season in the past, and it's driving us to the season that we're having right now, and that drives continuing going into playoffs.
I meant your speed entry into the defensive zone, moving the puck, the cycling. It's just more of this tenacity. What can you contribute towards that?
I'm just gonna have to contribute that to my teammates around me, contribute that to my coaching staff that harps high-speed play, working back above the puck. It's just little things, because once you go and try and get to the next level, it's a totally different speed, and it's something that our coaches are harping on us, because if we're able to do that at this level, it's only going to help us at the next level, and it's going to help us win at this level. So I think it's not just myself, but everybody on this team that's also gain that type of aspect to their game, where they're playing at a much higher level of speed and tenacity and work. So it's what we do every day. It's all day work here. So we're only getting better.
The quickness of this senior forward, along with his ability to make plays, have awarded him many accolades this season, earning Hockey East Player of the Month after posting 5 goals and 7 assists in January, was also a Warrior Hockey East Player of the Week 3 times, and was recently named a Walter Brown semifinalist for the 2nd consecutive season.
It's just, it's humbling. It drives you. Some people may get content getting those awards, but it only drives me more. Makes me want to work harder for my team. So going into playoffs here, I've just got a great group of guys behind me that are pushing me every day, and I'm pushing them to get better. And going into playoffs, it's what we need to have. We need to have a strong mindset of wanting to get better, and not just being stagnant going into playoffs. So all week here we've been working and preaching, and our work ethic's only getting better by the day.
What do you believe the key is for Providence to get to the Garden this year? And that you did bypass the Hockey East Championship game last year, but in order to get there this year, what do you believe will be the key?
I think we just got to stick to playing our hockey, not get caught up in the NCAA tournament, and not overlook Hockey East. I think that could have been a bit of a problem that we had last year, and we ended up sneaking into the NCAA tournament. So this year we're focused on Merrimack. We're focused on beating them in every aspect of the game, and it's something that we need to do, and we have to do it by playing our hockey and not get out of our systems. So we're going to be focused on systems, playing our game, working hard, getting into the corners, and I think that's the way we take it into the Hockey East Championships.
What's the best piece of advice that you think Coach Lehman has ever given you?
Don't get caught up in the noise. I think that would be the best thing is, don't get caught up in the noise and stay in the here and now.
Battle-tested and ready to make another run for the national championship trophy, the affable Mingoia comprehends the feats that lie ahead with facing any team in Hockey East.